Hey, what's up, guys? This is Coach Tex Wimberg, DFW Penguin Basketball, penguinhoops.com. Hey, make sure that if you enjoy this content, make sure you share this with someone that has a son, daughter, niece, nephew that plays youth sports, right? But anyway, this is a video kind of for coaches. I know a lot of coaches, you guys may act like you don't come onto the website or come on to watch some of the videos, but I know a lot of you guys do just to check it out here and there. Some of the referees and stuff that I know you guys check this stuff out. But this is really for coaches. And toward the end of the season, I always noticed this, and I've been doing this for a long time. But I noticed that a lot of times at the end of the season, or when a kid is just exiting, period, they kind of stir up stuff and cause a little commotion, or they try to give themselves a reason to make an exit. So this is why this person causes a scene or gives you trouble before or at the end of the season. Let me get right into it. The first thing is, like, a lot of times when you know something is about to end and you're not coming back to it, but you want to go ahead and finish it out, you're probably already mentally checked out, right? You're already mentally checked. Just like at the end of the day, we get your work day and it's the last 20 minutes, it's 4:40, and you're already checked out, right? You done most of your work for the day, sent out all your emails, and you're just ready. You just count down the time to leave. On another note too, let me make sure I'm checking my notes. On another note too, a lot of people kind of show you how they really are when it deals with conflicts, or how they really feel about you when they're on their way out, right? Sometimes, you know, when parents are quitting the team or kids are quitting the team, they let you have it. Whether them not playing hard or them being snappy back to you as far as like a player, or just not completing a task, they let you know how they really are. Like when the pressure's not on anymore for them to do things the right way, they show you how they really are. When pressure's not on for them to be professional or have morals and stuff, they show you how they really are, how they really feel on the way out. And sometimes, you know, they've been wanting to say certain things or react a certain way to you as a coach, or as, you know, to their teammates all this way all along. So now, since they're not coming back, then they have an attitude, or they want to or the parent may yell from the stands obscenities toward other players on the team, or say something to you indirect, or say something to the referee, because they always wanted to do that anyway. But they kind of held themselves together and kept that bottled up during the season because they didn't want to have consequences during the season. That makes sense. So since they're on the way out, it's the last game of the season, and we're losing in the championship, or we're losing in the playoffs, or we lose the last game of the season or the tournament. Now I get to yell at the referee like I want to, because the tournament's over anyway. So now I curse the referee out. We're about to lose. We're down by 10 and it's 30 seconds left. Now I curse the referee out, right? Or I say something from across the stands to a player on the team, or to the coach, or just, I've seen it all, guys. So this is the number 2 reason. They're showing you how they really are. When people start to do this stuff on the way out, you got to think of it like this, and I think of it like this too. And I don't let it bother me, because a lot of people are going through things personally, and they can't take stuff out on their boss. They can't take stuff out on their wife. They can't take stuff out on other people, or their husband or something, the way they would like to in times, right? But sometimes they find an outlet to yell and curse or get upset with a coach. And I know you guys are like, man, coach, what are you talking about? It happens. I've seen it. I've had situations where parents tell me stuff later on down the line. They quit the team and they tell me, yeah, man, you know, I apologize. I know that this is what happened, but I was going through a divorce at the time, or my mother was really sick and I was just upset about it, so I just kind of lashed out at the referee. And it's a lot of different things that people have. So like, you got to think of it like you quitting your job. Like, you put in your 2 weeks notice. You're not gonna be going hard for the company on those last 2 weeks, right? You just doing what you can that's morally right on your way out. If you show up late, what they gonna do? Fire you? If you don't get the task completely done, what are they gonna do? Fire you? You already quit. Go ahead and fire me. I don't wanna be here anyway. So some people think of it like that, right? They think of it like quitting a job. They think of it like breaking up with a boyfriend or girlfriend. It's like, oh well, you know, whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, all right, I just talk to you any kind of way, or I can't. You know, I want to tell you how I really feel on the way out, right? So that's the number 3 thing. You know, you got to look at coaches. You got to look at it like the parent, the kid is quitting their job. Even when you have an assistant coach that's working for you and they know this is gonna be their last game, they'll do that as well. I don't wanna get too deep on this video, I want it to be quick, but there are a couple of good ways that parents leave, right? Sometimes, just like breaking up, the best way, honestly, if you're in a relationship and you're breaking up with someone, the best way to do it peacefully is to let them know when you're not around. So sometimes a parent will play the whole season. They already planned on leaving, but they don't tell me, right? And then they'll email me on the way out, right? They don't do any of this stuff like cause a scene on the last game or last couple of practices or anything. They just tell me, hey, respectfully tell me, hey, you know, we're moving out of town, or hey, my son is going to go and play here, or do this, that, and the third, right? Or they'll just totally ghost sometimes. I had parents that joined the team. I had this one kid last season, in the winter season. I thought he was gonna really be with us for a while. And when playoff time came, you know, they stopped responding to emails, all that stuff. Didn't come to any of the playoff games, any of the last practices, and they just totally ghosted it. And I'm cool with that. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But the best way and the best type of people, honestly, when they really appreciate how I am and what I've done for their son, as far as mentoring them and coaching them, they'll come and tell me to my face, like, hey, coach, you know, my son is just not, he's going to get more into piano, or he's going to get more into this dirt bike club that he's into, and it takes a lot of time out of him. I really appreciate everything, but we're gonna go ahead and move forward with that because it's gonna take up a lot of time, and I don't want to hold up your team and stuff like that, right? But to my last point, right? I'm gonna get to the last point. I never get upset about this stuff because 80% of the people that leave my program, they come back at some point in time, right? Sometimes some people think the grass is greener because the peer pressure from other parents is really tough. Like, you around your buddy, y'all drinking beers, watching the Cowboys game, you going to people's weddings, you got a coworker that's always telling you about what his son is doing. And sometimes that peer pressure, even as an adult, it gets to you and you're like, man, I want to go try this out. But you don't realize what I'm doing for your son or what the current coach is doing for your son that's a lot better until you go to the other side. And sometimes parents don't realize that, you know, their coworkers or friends or whatever, they're kind of low-key jealous of your kid, his success. And I know it sounds crazy, but they want to have your kid join them to validate what they're doing, right? So once those parents go over there and they see, hey, man, this is a waste of time. I was really good with Coach Tex. I was really good with Coach Bobby and what they had going, man. I hope he'll take me back. And they come back, right? Now I'm cool with, I'll let a kid come back, quit and come back once. But you quit twice, I'm done. All right, but anyway, guys, these are a couple of reasons why people at the end of the season, or they exit and they cause a scene, or they give you a hard time as a coach or as a referee or whatever on the way out at the end of the season, because it's over. It's like them quitting the job. I'm Coach Tex, remember, DFW Penguin Basketball, penguinhoops.com, and I'll see you guys later.